Good morning, everybody. This is your DAX trade setups for today. So we do have non-farm payrolls coming out, and we're starting to kick off with earnings season. So you can expect this triangle that's forming here. I won't say continue, but you can expect it to have formed. So there it is there, and there is the bottom side of it there. We then have this horizontal bit of structure that we are testing, which is this 15124, and we just need to pop across the weekly here because this is where it gets interesting, and I've been saying it for quite some time. We have a very large zone of what could be potential support. This gap is still open as well. So, and there's another gap down to the downside, yeah. So the DAX has got a lot of magnets to the downside. No real, there's no real structure that is saying we are moving to the downside, apart from the fact that we are below the moving averages, and we've got this divergence here between the previous swing low and the current swing low at the moment. So it's actually that's a higher low, and on the oscillator it's a lower low. So the weekly is, could be setting up for something bigger. It could also just be the pullback. We've been in a fairly strong downtrend on the 8th hour for the last couple of weeks, and it's been quite profitable. But this week has been big move down and then consolidation. So everything hinges on data, unfortunately, and that's just the way this market crumbles. And it's non-farm payrolls, which has got absolutely nothing to do with Europe, but it will impact what's going on here. Now, from the 3-hour perspective, we start seeing where the actual structure is, and you can see these two levels are playing a big part in it. And I just want to see if this one here, there must be something just a little bit above us. Let's just see if we can see it quickly. Otherwise we'll just put the level on top and we will use it, but I guarantee you there is something just above us, and there is a little pin bar there. And that doesn't really line up, but that's at 15190. So I'm going to delete the diagonals, because typically what happens as we roll into non-farm payrolls, we tend to break the upside, break the downside. You get all excited and you jump in on the break because it's a triangle break. But you forget that when you get a triangle break, there's a high probability that it's going to come back and test the apex of the triangle, which is typically right where price is now. So it'll break and then come all the way back, or break, come all the way back. So anyway, for me, those triangles, you spot them, especially coming up to date, so you know it's a consolidation, and then that's just your warning bells. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like button there, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We do this every day, and let's try to get some more people to be able to make a bit of money and become financially stable and free. So, looking at the 1 hour, you can see yesterday was pretty much big down, big up, confusion, consolidation, and it's going to continue today. I don't see us breaking through any of these levels today, and my advice to you really, especially if you're new to trading, is stay out of this today. Use the time to actually just sit back and watch what happens, and look for the structure, look for the levels on the lower time frames, because it will be volatile when the data comes out, and you can see where the structure is, and you can see where the buyers come in, and you can see when the sellers get in. You'll be watching algorithms and computers doing it, but it does give you a little bit of insight, and it does allow you to just fine-tune your decision making when you see structure. Okay, so ultimately we need to get above 15190 for us to even consider setting up some moves to the upside for next week. And if we do close below 15040, watch out. Then this weekly level here is the next one in line, which will be 14812. 50-50 call at the moment. I don't see you getting any other opportunities, to be honest. And if you look at what happened yesterday, that's kind of what you're going to see. But you can see yesterday was bouncing. It's not really bouncing off structure. It was just bouncing all over the place. And tails to the downside, tails to the downside, tails everywhere, bob wire, confusion. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't bother trying to chase this. That's just what this is telling you. So anyway, so that kind of, my view today. I'm actually not even going to be around the charts today. So I've got some other things to deal with. So to me, it's really about where the weekly closes at the moment. So we get a weekly close above 15,190. Let's just get to the weekly charts and you'll see what I'm talking about. So you get a weekly close above that. It will close above the previous swing low. It will still be a relatively big red bar, but again, it's a second week that we've closed on the structure here. So it could set you up for a move for the upside, or you'll just start attacking this level again next week. If we do have some really good data, and there's my next weekly level there, and we close above 15,300 or on 15,300, that gives us almost a tweezer bottom, a double bottom, but two big tails to downsides on the weekly. So that would also set up a move to the upside. If we start closing below these, specifically this one, 15,040, or close below 1,500, should we say, that should close this gap, which is good. But that also sets up probably a move to start closing this gap at least, and possibly this gap here. So that's the long-term view. For me, I think it's going to be easier just to sit back and watch what's going on, and pick us up on Monday. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I wouldn't be wanting to chase any of these big breaks either, because at the end of the week you'll probably find the bulls or the bears trying to defend those levels as well. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view for this morning. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers for now.